Welcome back, Bruce Millington, Mark Langdon, Ian Wilkerson, and very impressive Postcast debutant Jason Murphy from Paddy Power. Looking ahead to 2 live games on Sunday, and then we've got Monday Night Football as well. So we'll start off with the 1:30 encounter at St James's Park, Newcastle versus Arsenal. Jason, how do Paddy Power bet?
Yeah, so we have Newcastle 12-5, 5-2 to draw, and the Gunners at evens.
OK, Mark, does the Gunners do it for you evens?
No. I mean, 3 away wins all season in the Premier League. Their first team's in Russia on Thursday night playing. I mean, we're speaking before that game. It's the most important game of their season, and I think it's all about the Europa League for them. Even when they've beaten Stoke and Southampton in recent weeks with their mix and match teams, it's not been very good, and it's just something's not right there. I think you can quite clearly see that, and
it's fun. It's hard to put your finger on it. The fans don't really know what it is. They don't all think the same.
No, I mean, obviously Wenger, it appears to be playing out time, but even the players. I mean, at some stage, the players have to take responsibility for their defensive mistakes. But Newcastle, I just think, are just an amazingly managed team under Rafa Benitez.
You'd have Benitez at Arsenal in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would. I absolutely would.
It's a bit good for Arsenal, though.
I mean, it would be a concern as a Spurs fan if he went there, because he shouldn't be managing. I mean, Newcastle have got an amazing manager for the money that they put into the club. I mean, they're a big club, and that their fans have been through quite a bit in recent years with relegations and an owner they absolutely hate, but at least they've got a great manager, and I think he'll come up with a plan that at least gets them a point.
So what's the bet?
Newcastle or draw double chance.
Wilco?
Arsenal too short for me, but one player I've been impressed with in the last few weeks has been Aubameyang. I think he's looked really sharp. He's being pushed into game. He's only getting sort of like 60, 70 minutes. He's not playing the whole game, so he's starting quite quickly. So I noted he was 3-1 for the first goal. If you wanted to go that way after 5 goals in his last 4 games, or 10-11 any time, which I think is quite a big price.
Righty-ho. Jason, what do you like here?
Yeah, just the same as Wilco was saying about Aubameyang. I had that down here as well. Benitez in Newcastle is kind of like when you see a good-looking woman walking down the street with not such a good-looking man, and you kind of wonder, like, what's he doing with them? Like, Scott on, it's true. But same as the boys, I think Arsenal have to travel to Russia there tonight. I think there could be a hangover from that. Newcastle have picked up more points than Arsenal since Christmas. They had a bad period in October and November when James Lascelles was out injured. They conceded 15 out of 41 goals in 6 games, but since the Bet United have been on a great run. I really like to look at Newcastle. You could have them at 12-5. I take the draw no bet at 6-4.
OK, well done, lads. And the 4 o'clock game is Man United versus West Brom. What's the betting here, Jason?
So Man United 1-8, 11-2 to draw, or West Brom at 17-1.
And we'll stick with you, Jason. What's the bet?
Man United have won 5 in a row. Johnny Evans is a doubt for West Brom. They finally got rid of Pardew, but never should have got him in the first place. I remember at the time the joke being that when they were struggling, West Brom looked like a team that needed to hire Tony Pulis. Never should have got rid of him, let's be honest about it. So looking for value in it, it's like 1-8 is too short. Man United's 8-15 half-time, full-time's a bit short, but I think Man United to win both halves at 5-4. Yeah, I think that's all right.
OK, I think I might sit this one out, Mark.
There's amazing European football on Sunday, so if you need your fix...
Oh, really? What should I be watching?
I think, it's the Rome Derby. That's pretty big. PSV are playing Ajax. Porto have got Benfica.
Cool.
There's a lot. Schalke Dortmund as well this weekend, so there's a lot of...
That's Mrs Langdon's plans for a day out.
Yeah, I've got Sunday off, yeah. Do the garden about 8 o'clock in the morning and then crack on.
Man United, West Brom, Mark.
Yeah, I'm not a game I'll watch, but I think Man United to win to 0, Bruce, would be the one. No bottom half team has scored at Old Trafford this season, which it surprised me. Newcastle, the highest placed team that scored there, and West Brom's only away goal to the top 6 came at Wembley, and that was under Gary Megson. Maybe when they got rid of Pulis, Mego was the one. He got a draw, didn't he?
I think he'll be a big runner for the job when they go down. I think he's got a good, because he did well with the Championship with them last year. It could be who's going to take it. I think he could be in with a shout.
I mean, the fans love him, but I mean, yeah, they're playing out time now this season. So United to win to 0. If you wanted bigger prices, then at 1-8, United are not going to be the sort of team that tries to win 6, 7, 8-0. That's not really their style. So I mean, 2-0 looks a pretty solid, correct score, maybe with a saver on 3.
Righty-ho, Wilco?
Yeah, I've got that bet. 2-0 at 4-1 or 3-0 at 11-2. I won't be watching. I'm probably not betting on it either.
OK, well, it's Monday night football. We always watch Monday night football. It's a good one. 8 o'clock at the London Stadium. West Ham versus Stoke. West Ham, a little bit of resurgence. Stoke absolutely fighting for their lives. All about Arnautovic, who obviously left the 365 in acrimonious circumstances last summer. So it should be a lively old encounter. And what's the latest betting from Paddy Power?
Yeah, so West Ham at 10-11, the draw at 12-5, and Stoke 11-4.
Wilco, we'll start with you.
Yeah, you've talked about Arnautovic. I think he's looked really good in the last couple of weeks when they steamrolled Southampton. You could see the motivation that he had to put one over Mark Hughes, his former boss, and I think that's still going to be there to do it against his former team as well. It was a good point for them at Chelsea on Sunday. Stoke, I can't have them at all. So it's all about Arnautovic for me. So he's 4-1 to score first, or 13-8 anytime.
OK, I can have Stoke. I've still got a feeling there's a little bit of life left in them. What do you think, Mark? Buried?
They're not dead and buried yet because they are playing better. They played well at Arsenal, they played well at Tottenham, but they did lose both of those games ultimately. They've got the worst goal difference, minus 33, and their only away win came at Watford much earlier on in the campaign. And West Ham have done very well against the sort of rubbish, if you like. Swansea, Huddersfield, Southampton, West Brom, beaten all of them at home. And this is their only bottom half game left. So if they still need to do some points to keep themselves safe, you feel like this is the game they target. But going round in circles, because I do agree with you actually that I feel like there's a performance in them and a result in there somewhere. Shaqiri to score any time was the one. I put him up last week and he hit the bar against Tottenham.
It's always the way, isn't it?
He hit the post against Arsenal. So he's getting close. He's playing well. If Stoke score, it's probably likely to be the 7-goal Shaqiri. So I'll go for him at any time. And I think Joe Hart, although he played well against Chelsea, from distance, I've still got my doubts about him, and Shaqiri will sort of buy a ticket, as they say.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, yeah. That raffle prize, you'll be going for that. Jason, round off your fantastic, dazzling debut with a triple Salco. What have you got for us?
Yeah, I'd be going for West Ham. To have serious injuries at the moment, you'd make a hell of a five-a-side over it with Lanzini, Antonio Carroll in there, Collins at the back or Reed, but they've a good signing from Inter there, and Mario since he's come in, and Arnautovic found his shooting boots there when he was away with Austria during the international break. So West Ham, when they win, they tend to win pretty comfortably. So West Ham and over 1.5 goals at 6-4.
Lovely stuff. Thank you very much, Jason. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Wilco. Don't forget, we've got daily Aintree postcasts in Grand National Week. And if you enjoy these postcasts, do please rate, review and subscribe on iTunes. Back next Thursday.
Follow Paddy Power on Snapchat. The username is ThePaddyPower, and we promise there won't be any boring snaps about gigs, the weather or the gym.